Okay, everybody, welcome back. My name is Melissa. This year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. And tonight I am getting set all my meal prep for the week. This is what you yourself can do to make life easier throughout the week because we are all super busy. Okay, so about half the onion is diced, and then I have the rest. This is just gonna go into the pot. Probably actually pull off this outer layer because it's annoying me, though you could technically leave it on. And then I have 2 carrots. I didn't actually buy these. I got them from my mom. I would have actually just gone and gotten carrots out of the garden, but they were going out of town, so I don't actually peel my carrots typically for soup. I just wash them really well, though stay. And for those of you who are wondering, I sanitized my entire counter first, so I will put these in a container for later. Now these are ready for whatever I make tomorrow first, whether it's the soup or the rice and beans. I'm going to take my big stock pot. Carrot goes in whole. Onion goes in whole. I'm going to just take all these chicken thighs and put all of it in. Now, a lot of people may wonder why I got almost 7 pounds of chicken thighs when we won't eat almost 7 pounds of meat cooked. It's because a lot of this is going to be gone. We're not going to be eating the skin. It's going to go for the broth, but not, the skin and bones are not it, though they're weighed in the store, obviously. So about 16 chicken thighs for 2 people for the week. Which honestly, if you think about it, that's like, what, 6, that's like 1 per person per day, so. And that's about half full. I'll put a gallon of water in it, I'll put it in the stove, and it'll cook for, I don't know, a few hours. Until it looks and feels right, it looks and smells right. So I've got the chicken and all that. A little salt, that's probably too much salt, but I don't even care at this point. And pepper. I don't know why. I think it's psychological is why I do that. But now I will have broth to make chicken tacos, to make, and chicken, and to make the chicken soup and the potato soup. And then, and the black bean soup. So, got that. Then I've also got my black beans are going to go into the bowl. And then I'll kind of feel around. I take out any of these halves. I don't know why. It's a psychological thing, I think. I don't know if you have to take them out or not. I look for stones, because that can happen. Or bad beans. Like, that's just like a hard, weird bean. I don't know if you can see that one right there. I'll see if I can zoom in. Right there. But you want to look, make sure they're all good. I will put water in that and I'll leave that soak overnight. So that's pretty much if you run a typical weekend and are doing your meal prep all weekend, this would be your Friday night activity. You've done your shopping, you are making any stock, any of your slow cook meats, anything like that, you are soaking your beans so that they are ready to go as well, so that you can make rice and beans or bean soup or whatever it is that you are making with your beans. So I'll pause. I'll show you next steps as well. Okay, so I have been soaking the beans for a couple of hours, and I think it's important for people like this was full of water, and the beans soaked it all up. And so sometimes you don't have enough water in the beans in the first place, so I typically just add more water, but I check on it every couple of hours until I go to bed. Okay, so this has been cooking for, I don't know, a couple of hours probably. I don't know, you really can't see inside of it. Let me see if I can adjust that so you can. No, you can't. I will try and tilt the pan, turn off the stove, set the lid there. But you can kind of see it's very, no, you really can't see. It's very yellow though. I will try and see if I can like take a picture or something and add it to it. Okay, now for you, those of you who've been watching me for any length of time, you know that I have challenges with the way things feel. So you 100% do not have to put on gloves for this part, but I do. So essentially I'm going to take each of these chicken thighs out. And I want to take the, you really can't see from there, can you? I'm going to take the skin off and discard it. It's already served its purpose. And then I'm going to just pull the chicken right off the bone, or the bones right out of the chicken, whatever. Ah, hot. Sorry, I probably should have let this cool first. Normally I do, but today I was feeling impatient. And then you also kind of like, this is actually really usable, but some of it will, I don't know if you can see, some of it will feel firmer, even though it doesn't have like bone or cartilage in it. You just kind of have to go through it and make sure all the unedible stuff is out. Okay, so now, I don't know if you can see, I am kind of going through the bottom here and just getting any bits of chicken out. This will eventually go through a sieve? I don't know, for some reason the word is not coming to me correctly. But that happens later. So here's what I have. I have the scrap, the carrot, the onion, and everything. I mean, you can, if you want to personally eat them, that's fine. But don't just like feed them to your animals, because a lot of animals are allergic to onion, or not allergic, like it's like poison to them. This is all the chicken I got. So this will be made, I'll use it for chicken soup. I'll use it to make like a pulled chicken kind of a thing with barbecue sauce. I will flavor it either with like chimichurri seasoning or tomatillo sauce and make tacos and burrito bowls. So this is our chicken for the week. Then in addition, I have, I don't know if you can see it, all this broth. So, and I don't know if you can see, because it is made with chicken thighs, you can see that fat that's starting to go to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the fridge, and then a layer of fat will harden and form on the top, and I'll be able to scrape that off, because, give me a second, I feel weird here. Okay, so I will put this in the fridge. Oh my gosh, this camera does like weird things. Sorry, there's a square going around and focusing on my, it's really confusing. But anyways, the broth will go in the fridge, and then the layer of fat will form on the top. I was always raised, my mom always took the fat out. maybe if she hadn't, I would have preferred it with it in, but I don't like that oily texture. So I also remove the fat. But if you prefer it, you can keep it. It's extra calories. I'm probably going to like set it aside and save the fat for a few days to see if I need it in another recipe. Because one thing that kills me, and I see people do it all the time, is they toss one fat and replace it with another. So like Hamburger Helper, for example. Now, I did not grow up with Hamburger Helper. The first time my kid had it was when his cousin's mom made it. And he loved it. So when I make Hamburger Helper for him, which is a rare thing, it says to drain the fat from the ground beef, and then it says to add butter. So I just add a little bit less butter, or I'm sorry, a lot less butter. I just add a little bit of butter, add less butter, and use the fat that's already there. Because why am I throwing out one fat and replacing it with another? And I just find it to be kind of wasteful. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it is going to be like on Friday night. You're going to make your any of your things that are going to have to be in the fridge or whatever, and then tomorrow I'll pull it out. I should, in theory, have around a gallon of broth because I used a gallon of water, and though some cooked off, I'm sure there was also water in the chicken that kind of put into it. So I'll set aside, I know I need at least 4 cups for potato soup, 4 cups for black bean soup, and 4 cups for chicken noodle soup. And then I figure like 1-ish cups. I mean, I do have bouillon if I run out of chicken broth, but that's Friday night meal prep on a really affordable budget. In a normal weekend, this would be the Saturday morning part of the routine. However, I did actually struggle with some video editing. Believe it or not, it's harder to film my routine and edit my routine and do my routine, or film and edit my routine than it is to just do my routine. So I have the broth set, and I'm going to see if I can very carefully turn it just enough for you to see inside. Hopefully I can zoom on where the zoom button is on DaVinci. Only the like fancy zoom. But because I might need the chicken fat eventually, I am going to save it for now, because I can always throw it out. Also, this is probably the messiest you'll see my kitchen on film, because what I normally do in part of a normal routine is I kind of clean up as I go. So you can see I just scoop the fat off and then set it aside. I don't normally use chicken fat like I would beef fat or I'm trying to think, beef fat or bacon fat, but I'm gonna save it because maybe, I don't know, gotta figure this out, right? Then I use my sieve. Still haven't figured out how to pronounce that. Like, you ever just forget how to pronounce a word, and no matter how hard you try, it's just not happening? Okay, so for now I'm going to pour it into here. Just so that I mean, because I don't have a lot of big containers. Ironically, normally the container that I have right now is the container that I would be pouring it into. I used to have a nice 4-cup measuring cup, but I don't know what happened to it. So I guess we'll just use the 1 cup for now and measure it out as I go. And I have more chicken in the bottom, but I can also separate. I definitely got a lot of chicken broth. to kind of, I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to cook with it in a minute. But I've got all of that chicken broth. So I think these are each, these are a pint or a quart? Quart maybe. So like 1, 2, I don't know. I've got a lot of it. I will figure out how much it is and try and remember to like add, I don't know, something like, I'm still trying to figure out Da Vinci. So I'm going to pause here and then I will show you how to make the bean soup.